Xilinx Inc. soars on the news of a $30 billion buyout deal from AMD. So what you're looking at right now is the chart of Xilinx. It closed on the 7th of October 2020. Um, Xilinx has been moving sideways slightly, as if not even declining. This short term, okay, well, of late, yes, this short term trend line has looked up, so it's it has reversed that short term decline and is trying to move up as it is now. So we'll just go back and have a look at some of the pieces of news concerning Xilinx. Okay, that's one here. Okay, Advanced Micro Devices to deal the deal to acquire smaller chip maker Xilinx will likely serve as a near-term headwind for AMD, but could bring longer-term benefits for the chip maker. Analysts say that today, the 8th of October 2020. The Wall Street Journal reported Thursday that AMD is in advanced talks to buy Xilinx, according to people familiar with the matter who weren't identified by the paper. The report said the deal will be valued at more than $30 billion and will come together as soon as next week. In a note to clients, RBC Capital Markets said it expects the takeover will skew toward an all-stock deal, adding this will be a near-term headwind until the transaction closed or approved, putting AMD into a trading range. The expectation from a Xilinx acquisition to be paid for their stocks followed a surge in AMD's shares this year. AMD's stock is up 9% in the year to date, during a jump, including a jump of 55% in the past 3 months. In the long term, Xilinx is likely a solid target for AMD, RBC analyst Mitch Stevens said. Xilinx competes primarily with Intel's field programmable gate arrays, or FPGA business, and all that, and that company has had numerous struggles with pushing to higher end tech. He said, in RBC's view, AMD has surpassed Intel in the past 1 or 2 years. RBC also said AMD chief executive Lisa Su successfully transformed AMD from a laggard on older technology nodes to an industry leader, as likely one of the only CEO investors would trust in turning around a high-tech semiconductor company. But Bush analyst Matt Bryson said he's initially less enthusiastic about the deal without details of the terms. While there would likely be some longer-term operational and sales synergies, we would be surprised if the transaction results in an immediate substantial accretion, and we don't see Xilinx filling an obvious technology gap for AMD. He said, or in a note. Still, there certainly should be some incremental sale opportunities. Bryson said. In particular, we would expect a combined Xilinx AMD could leverage a more significant position at hyperscale customers to drive more business in that vertical. The firm also said Xilinx position in networking could provide a vehicle that allows AMD to more quickly permeate that market. But Bush increased its price target on AMD shares on Thursday before the Xilinx deal report to $100 from $85. It expects the company to report third quarter results above Wall's views amongst amid strong demand for personal computing gaming as well as better than expected conditions in the notebook market thanks to the pandemic induced rise in working from home and virtual learning. Okay, so that's the news. So let's have a look at Xilinx and see what the summary is. We'll also have a look at AMD as well and see what's going on there. So yesterday Xilinx closed up at $105.99, and its 52-week range is 67 to 67 dollars to $112. So it's been close to a 100% range, 100% range, close to that. Short interest is 2.3%. Put call ratio of late, the market participants that are keen on puts of the option side of the equity have raised their game a bit. So let's have a look and just get a business summary of Xilinx. Is engaged in designing and developing programmable devices and associated technologies. The company's programmable devices and associated technologies include integrated circuits in the form of programmable logic devices, including programmable system on chips and three-dimensional ICs. Software design tools to program the PLDs, targeted reference designs, printed circuit boards, and intellectual property, which consists of Xilinx and various third-party verification and IP calls. The company provides device services, customer training, field engineering, technical support. Its PLDs include programmable gate arrays, complex programmable logic devices. That is, its customers program to perform design logic functions and programmable SOCs, which combine advanced reduced instruction sets, computing machines, and processor-based systems with programmable logic in a single device. Okay, so let's do we return to the charts again? We've seen the charts, so there isn't very much there. You can see it's this is what is it called? Okay, for 1 day. Okay, this is the chart for 1 day, and not very much. We can't plot can't plot what is it called again? Trend lines on that one. Okay, so we're just returning to the charts as against our promise. So well, who knows whether this news will help Xilinx to continue in its upward march. It started in March, so obviously Xilinx and AMD and Intel, they all associated with the work from home, as was indicated in that piece of news. So we expect them to be doing well, and if so, well, I think we can take it that the sideways movement it has had of late is some sort of consolidation, and that largely began in August. So that's quite some time now. That's almost 2 months now. So indeed, anything can happen from there, and this percentage increase we're already seeing is might be the beginning of another upward rally. Okay, so let's quickly have a look before we go and get the opinions of the folks on stock tweets. So let's have a look at AMD, and it seems they have also not in the pre-markets. I think they're slightly down, but we'll have a look. We'll see everything. Let's have a look at AMD's chart. So look at that spike, and its own chart is a bit different. During the lockdown period, it was just moving very much sideways, and let me guess. Then in the summer, it started to climb again, and reached a reached this high, which is the its its initial peak for the calendar year, and declined, and then continued to move up again. And this particular peak was achieved on the 1st of September, and declined again, and it's gradually moving up. So what's also interesting is that it's trading above its short-term and medium-term trend lines, and so with this sort of news, if it declines below these short-term trend lines, um, and then the fact that it is in talks with Xilinx, it might also be another. In the long term, it will definitely be. It might. It should, as you know, it should be trading higher than what's going on right now. Um, because I mean, ultimately, it's in the long term that the this Xilinx merger proposal will pan out, and already we already heard that Xilinx is doing better than Intel. Intel that is he is um, um, AMD's biggest rival, I believe. Even though Nvidia is also there, but I think it has a bigger. It's AMD is of a greater concern. Sorry, Intel is of bigger concern to it than probably Nvidia. Okay, so look at um, the Xilinx page on Stock Tweets, and this guy has it that one of the most mentioned on Wall Street bets over the last 12 hours. Xilinx shareholder, I feel like AMD's getting a really good deal. This was 145 last year. Beating up this market this morning, can we finally get some attention here? Xilinx takeover by AMD is helping this sector. Maybe micros will rally in sympathy. I imagine that most of the rise of the Xilinx stock price over the last 3 years has been largely based on the anticipation of this deal. You can see that. Okay, so it's a very good short candidate for today. Just short for 100 shares with stop at 127. You will make good money if the company don't respond today, end of the day Friday. Happy Penny Friday options. Xilinx shares surgeon report of 30 billion AMD takeover. Okay, let's see what people are saying here on AMD. AMD is down 3.06%. It's quite to see. It's quite busy here as well. 95 and more opinions. There was a time here not long ago when many, including myself, would have welcomed AMD being acquired. AMD all grown up now. Anyone who is discussing dilution, please see Nvidia. They are trying to acquire ARM, also through stock offering. To acquire through stock offerings, you need the stock price to be high for more profitable deal. If Nvidia didn't sink and crash, then AMD won't. It will be pumped for higher valuation for the Xilinx deal. 15 billion cash, 7 billion debts, a much better balance sheet than AMD. Net income is of Nvidia at 3 billion 2019, AMD 0.3 billion 2019. So Nvidia might shoulder 40 billion for ARM easily. For AMD, it is much harder to search for this 20 to 30 or whatever. They aren't making dash for profit still pennies. AMD will increase the price. If you see, if you sell fake pre-market, you regret it. Okay, you can always go to stock tweets and join this conversation. And okay, if you're new to this channel, like, subscribe, and share. Okay, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much.